I swam in her pool.
No.
Unsanctioned.
I believe that. I didn't have to ask. I had that figured. All right, welcome back to the Unrestricted. I'm Vex.
I am the Bulldog.
And we got Silent Bob over here on the ones and twos. Man.
No, we played that game before. I am not.
You're not going to be
Bob.
silent this time. Okay, good. Good. Welcome back to the mic, Silent Bob. It's still a great nickname. And I still loved Mallrats.
Yeah, you just like the movie.
I did.
And you're still hurting Bob's feelings, but you're like, hey, man, I'm not trying to. I'm just really, really in tune with the movie.
No, I mean, a little bit of an underground hit.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Chasing Amy.
Chasing Amy was great, too.
It introduced a lot of star power.
Yeah.
Affleck.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was what
was that
before?
Affleck's first?
I think it was before Good Will Hunting.
Was it before Rudy?
Rudy. But not a lot of people knew he was in Rudy. You know who else was in Rudy?
Vince Vaughn.
You're welcome.
How were your weekends, boys?
It was good.
Did you do anything?
You know, that was so long ago. I'm getting older, Vex.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the kids lined out back into the swing of things.
School.
For school. They had a football scrimmage, and I don't know.
Okay.
You know, that kind of stuff.
You, Bob?
Just spent my time riding the trails on my little one wheel.
Yeah.
Trying not to kill myself.
You know, I've noticed that ESPN is really hurting for sports this time of year because the other day they showed a one-wheel competition. They were doing one-wheel jumps and stuff.
Tricks and whatnot?
Yeah.
Those guys
No, it was
are
like a
crazy.
race. It was like a BMX race.
Ooh.
But on a one-wheel. It looked hard as hell. They're doing some really bad sports on ESPN lately. Have you noticed this?
Well, they're bringing back the Ocho.
They have. They brought back the Ocho.
I
saw Smash Ball.
That's a big thing now.
That's just a big thing.
I wish I would have known because like 5 years ago, my kids had a joint birthday party and they got like 5 Smash Ball deals and they never played with them.
Really?
Now they're like, hey, let's go buy some Smash Ball. I'm like, nope. You had your chance. That ship has sailed.
There is a great podcast, if you've never heard it, and it is like the secret FBI tapes on was the Scorpions song "The Winds of Change." Was it written by the CIA? I'm dead serious. There is a very large, albeit unproven, conspiracy out there that "Winds of Change" was written by the CIA and given to the Scorpions.
Just to kind of make everything seem cool.
Yes. That was the highlight of my weekend. My wife and I had floor seats up front for the big rock show at the Alamo Dome.
Wow, how was that?
It was awesome. You know who played?
Give it to me.
Okay, in order. Joan Jett.
Does she still have it?
Damn right.
I swam in her pool.
No.
Unsanctioned.
I believe that. I didn't have to ask. I had that figured. Now, what town would that have been in and how?
Okay, Martinville Place in Long Island.
Okay.
One of our favorite establishments. Had a few. Bars are open till 4 o'clock in New York.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're way past getting a ride, so we're going to hoof it home. And we're walking, and one of the boys that's from the township goes, that's Joan Jett's house.
No.
I was like, get out of here. Yeah. She's got a pool. It's in the shape of a heart, and it's black on the bottom.
Oh, no way.
So I said, all right, boys, you in for a dip? Climb the fence, jump in there for probably 20 seconds. Lights come on. Woo, 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 woo. She set the alarm off. Haul ass over the fence.
Richard, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I got that going for me.
High fucking five.
Which is
That
nice.
is so cool.
So I love rock and roll.
Yeah, and the Blackhearts. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Black Heart Pool.
She was awesome. She's real close to 70 years old, and she rocks it.
Mm-hmm.
I give her tons of credit. By the way, she was not the oldest person in a band at that concert. I would later find out that there was somebody older, and I'll let you guess who that was in just a minute. So she was the opening act, and it started at the Alamo Dome at
4 o'clock.
4:30.
So
Doors opened at 4.
They had a special Luby's Blue and
Yes.
special for the elevated in age rocker.
That's right.
It came with 2 sides, some cod,
Yeah.
and all
the coleslaw you
all
could eat.
the Jello you can stuff in your pockets. All right, let's get you all carved up and headed out to the Alamo Dome.
So we get there pretty much right at the beginning of Joan Jett, okay? And by the way, the traffic getting there was such a nightmare.
Always.
Our Uber driver was doing tricks that I've never seen before. The security line was over an hour long. Now, we had floor seats, so we did not have to do the big security line. We had a pretty easy security line to get through. But we got in. And mind you, my wife has bought us these great seats, and she says, "Yeah, and it's supposed to. We have this really nice mixed drink bar that's supposed to be private for just the floor seat people."
I've seen that show before.
And there's supposed to be food down here. Come to find out, the Alamo Dome's version of fine food is they had Rico's Nachos.
Local company. Shout out if you want to represent us.
Absolutely. You're just looking for a little bit more than that during a 7-hour rock show. Hot dogs and popcorn.
Okay.
That was it.
You could get better food at a monster truck jam.
Easily. So after Joan Jett rocked the house, next up is Poison.
Okay.
And I gotta give those guys a lot of credit. Like, they still bring it. Bret Michaels, sober for a long time. We all know that kind of story. But, like, that guy brings it, dude. He's like the head cheerleader of rock and roll out there.
He looks a lot younger than he is.
Yeah. He looked great.
Yeah.
And CeCe DeVille on guitar was amazing. Like, probably the best singular musician of the whole night. He killed it. He killed it. Ricky Rocket on drums, coming back from cancer, had a killer solo. And so I'm like, okay, honey, I'm going to go get us some
Rico's Nachos.
Yeah, going to go get us. Well, at that point, we just wanted food and drink. I leave, and I am gone for 1 hour.
Swallowed by the abyss.
Getting her drinks. And me drinks, obviously. 1 full hour.
What'd you miss?
A lot of Def Leppard.
Uh,
Yeah, a lot of it. And that really, really pissed me off. So toward the end of Def Leppard, we're running out of drinks again, and we go back, this time, hour and 20 minutes.
What'd you miss this time?
Most of Motley Crue.
Aww.
And you get to the front of the line and find out they're out of water. They didn't ever have tonic. They never had soda. They had no mixers other than cranberry juice and orange juice for a 50,000 person plus rock show. They were out of wine. They were out of vodka. It was the biggest shit show I've ever been a part of. And I want to tell you, I had a good time because the music was awesome. All 4 bands really lit it up. But the Alamo Dome and San Antonio, embarrassment.
How does that happen?
That's a great question. It's not like all these tickets got purchased last minute. They should have known ahead of time how many to expect, right?
So they don't third party out the concessions?
I don't have any idea. But the makeshift mixed drink bar was more pathetic than like one of my bars I would set up when my parents were out of town in high school. Like, it was like 1/8 bottle of Crown Royal and
it was the apple kind.
Yes, right. It was just crap. Malibu.
Oh yeah, because everybody's looking for that.
Right.
Alamo does not handle it in-house. They have a provider, Savor Black Tie, who will never be a sponsor of this show now.
Well, they're not going to be.
Damn it.
I'm honestly surprised that they didn't cause a riot. I mean, people were pissed.
Well, it was an older crowd. I don't think the older crowd riots.
You would think so, but not really.
Yeah.
I saw
San
kids.
Antonio comes out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we are a heavy metal town. Back in the heyday when
This is Rock City, USA, bro.
when River City Promotions was rocking with Joe Miller.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, Ozzy, until he peed on the Alamo, was our second son.
Damn right. Scorpion's second home, San Antonio, Texas.
And we'd get everybody. We'd get
Ronnie James Dio, the Cult. I mean, everybody came here.
and we'd get, who's Eddie the Monster?
Who's Eddie the Monster?
Iron Maiden.
Oh, Iron Maiden. Sure.
Yeah, Eddie's the Monster on all their T-shirts. Yeah.
And we'd get Lemmy. Motorhead, a lot.
Ace of
I mean,
Spades.
look, San Antonio is super famous for being a rock capital of the world.
What was the name?
And-
Saber?
Savor.
Savor black tie.
Yep.
I'm going to check this out.
I want us to reach out to somebody over there. Are we during business hours? Can we make a phone call to them live on this pod?
We could.
And say, hey, I'm still waiting for my drink.
Yes. Bob, do you have that kind of technical capability? It looks a lot like you do.
We do.
You are, and by the way, for
They're
those
close.
of you,
They're
that,
on Montana Street.
for those of you that think that this is a bit, this is not a bit. We are absolutely going to try this by the seat of our pants. No, we did not plan on this, but you're about to plug in the digits, aren't you?
So did any of these foods show up?
Oh, Richie is showing me the Savor website, which seems to be showing some sort of cordon bleu sandwich. No, we did not get a cordon bleu.
You want to ask for the boss?
I do. Do you have a name on who the boss is?
Yeah, Patrick Cole.
Cole? Okay. All right. I guess that's who we're going to need to speak with.
Great. And this is my number it's going out on.
Hey, man, it was the biggest shit show I've ever been to. I'm serious that I thought there was going to be a riot. Like, when you run out of vodka during Def Leppard.
Do you think twice? Does he look like me? Do you want the concessions manager?
I'm calling their main number, their office.
Yeah, let's just start with that. Start with the main office.
I wasn't there.
I think this works.
You want me to lead on this?
I'm going to let you lead.
Okay.
Is that going?
Yeah, it's dialing. Please pick up. This is going to make for a great show if we just call all the phone numbers until somebody picks up.
Be sure. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished,
Okay,
Nobody's home.
try a different number. There's several of them, aren't there, Richie?
Yeah, we can go concessions. Here you go.
The concessions manager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta tell them you're still waiting in line. Your Uber's left.
Oh, okay. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. So while this is ringing, so the concert gets out at about 11. All right, you can't get an Uber; it's impossible. So Catherine and I have to walk. We've done the smart thing. We've rented a hotel room downtown at the Valencia.
Nice.
So, but we have to walk the entire way back. Okay.
Yeah. Does it get sketchy when you go under 281?
Oh, you know it. It's by the time we get into downtown, it's almost midnight. Nobody at the concert has eaten. So every crappy food restaurant, whether it's IHOP, Denny's, whatever, has a line around the block. And we're SOL because room service closes on Sunday night at midnight.
Right.
So we don't get any room service. So I start ordering from every single restaurant that I can find that can be door dashed to my room at midnight or so, I think. I think I can get Whataburger, and I think I can get this other pizza joint whose name I don't even remember. They don't show up. The next morning, I get a call at 9:30 a.m. from downstairs. Jeff Exler, your pizza is here. I don't want it now. I don't even want to be woken up now. All right, give it a dial.
Hello, you have reached Ed Taylor, concessions manager with Saber Black Tie at the Alamo Dome. Please leave a message and I will reach you at my earliest convenience. Thank you.
You know, I
record your
think I'll leave a
message
message
at
for
the
Ed.
tone. When you are
That's
finished,
Ed, right,
hang
Taylor?
up or press pound for more
No,
options.
Robert.
Hello, Mr. Brown. My name is Jeff, and I'm still in line in the basement of the Alamo Dome there. Was looking for a vodka soda. Don't know if you can deliver one of those. Line's been a little long. Please give us a call back. Thank you.
That's going to be an awkward phone call tomorrow. I have a meeting with a client tomorrow. It's going to come right during the middle of that meeting, and I'm going to go, oh, got to answer. It's a 210.
Do better, San Antonio. Do better. I am so sick of the nickel dime bullshit that San Antonio pulls on stuff like this. Honestly, like we see this happen with San Antonio all the time. I remember when the Saints were here, a decade and a half ago, and we couldn't even get it right for them. We just do things on such a small town sort of scale, and we screw it up. I mean, you got 4 incredible rock acts and 50,000 plus in the Alamo Dome, and you run out of vodka in what's essentially the second half, the beginning of the second half of the concert.
I will agree with you. I have a friend who, every time we go out to a restaurant, if they're missing anything, like, how can you run out of chicken? That'll have some grace for. But the Alamo Dome at a big event, you plan ahead for that.
Yeah. Such a choke. A lot of titties got shown at this show.
Yeah.
A lot of titties. You know where you would think most titties get shown to the rock bands? But in this case, because the lines were so bad, chicks were showing titties just to jump up in front on the line. And it was working.
God bless America.
I know.
So
And boobies. Way to ruin a good time, San Antonio. But there's really nothing in the sports world. I mean, I guess that's why the Ocho is playing, what was it called? Hedis?
We think it's called Hedis.
Okay.
Hedis. And they're also playing Cornhole Juniors Division.
Yeah.
So you can watch
When
an
did
11-year-old throw a beanbag. Or you could just go pick your kids up at their after-school program.
when did professional cornhole become a thing?
It's been a thing for a while.
It's a thing. So
Why?
is axe throwing. Have you seen the axe throwing leagues?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It's a different athlete.
I mean, I guess you got college football starting this weekend.
Yeah.
You're pumped up about that, right?
It's called Season Zero, like our first podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast Zero. So they've got matchups like Vanderbilt, Hawaii.
Ooh, neato.
Yeah. And Western Kentucky and Creighton. And stuff like that.
That's my big problem with college football. That's it. It's every damn week. It's not just week 0. It's every damn week.
Pointless games.
Is devoid of meaningful games. You know, I'm not sure that I like the idea of just us having a 30-team Super League, but it sure as hell would be more interesting to watch than what we have now.
Yeah, and we've talked about this in previous episode. What happens to everybody else?
Don't care.
Who cares?
I don't care if Western Kentucky and Creighton want to play. The only people that do care are Western Kentucky and Creighton. And probably even them not very much. Like, they also claim some other team that's actually good. Like, you know what I mean?
They're Cowboys fans.
Yeah. Like, this is the problem with college football. I mean, you look down the roster of games every single week, and you may get one during every weekend.
Yeah, next weekend's got some good games.
That's opening, de facto
Week
opening weekend, right?
You've got Miami A&M, which could be
Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not great.
yeah.
Well, Notre Dame, Ohio State.
That's good.
That'll be a game to watch.
Yeah, for people who like or dislike those teams, and there are lots of people who dislike both of those teams.
Oregon's
myself
playing,
included.
Oregon's playing Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, reasonable.
There'll be a few here and there, but this week 0, there's not a single ranked team that's playing.
Do you have lines on any of those games that you were just mentioning to me? I know it's a little early for that.
I think it's early for those.
But that's part of the big problem, is that you look at these games and it's a 13-point spread before kickoff. And it's like, well, why am I interested in a game that has a 2-touchdown spread before kickoff?
Well, and that's conservative.
Always.
A lot of them are like 31 points.
They are. I mean, Alabama's going to play, 5 games this year where there's going to be no line, right? Like, they just can't make it big enough, so they just go, forget it. We're going to have no line.
Is Texas one of them? Some of my friends are not going to be real excited.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. That's today's show. Like and subscribe. Find us on all the places that you can find any of your normal quality podcasts. And
as well as check us out at unrestricted.show. You can check us out on the web.
Thanks for listening, and until next time, don't let your meatloaf.
How y'all feel out there? Do you feel good? I said, do you feel good? Come on. The groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your best move. I said the groove feel good when Body make you move, make your next move your best move. It feel good, don't it? It feel good. It feel good, cause you know it's good.